What is up, YouTube? How are you doing today? Chana D, your Techno Dad here, and in today's video, we're going to be checking out the SVS SB-1000. Now, if you're looking for a budget subwoofer or you're in an apartment or condo, you're definitely going to want to check this out. And we're going to get into it right after the jump. And I'm back. Now, before I begin, if you're new to the channel, you should consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss a beat. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. So first things first, I want to go ahead and thank the good people at SVS for sending me this subwoofer for review. Thanks, guys. Now, this SVS SB-1000 is a very compact subwoofer. I was very surprised at the size because it looks really small. They use a 12-inch driver and put it into pretty much a 13-inch cube. And they've mated it with a Sledge 300-watt power amplifier. Now, when I was opening the box, I was pleasantly surprised to find that SVS double boxes their subwoofers. So that's great to get that little bit of added protection during shipping. Nice touch, SVS. On the front of the subwoofer, we have the SVS 12-inch driver and an LED light in the upper left corner. Now, the LED is red when it's turned off or in standby, and it's blue when it's turned on. On the bottom of the subwoofer, it actually comes with 4 little rubberized feet. I personally use an Auralux Subdued. I think it's a Subdued 2, and that one works well. It's about 15 by 15, so it fits this 13 by 13 footprint of the SB-1000 really nicely. Now, as we turn the subwoofer around, we see all the controls and the I/O. I really like the feel of the knobs, and you can feel the tiny little notches when you twist them. And that's really great if you want to turn it up just 2 notches or 3 notches, or turn it down a couple of notches. The on standby switch is great. It also has a trigger in if you want to turn it on with an AV receiver or a preamp processor. Now, there's a lot more I/O if you like to experiment with different setups depending on how you want to integrate it into your system. However, LFE is the most common. You take your subwoofer output from your AVR and you plug into the LFE RCA jack. Now, setup was a breeze. I plugged into power and I plugged the subwoofer output from my Denon AVR X6300H to the LFE input on the back of the SB-1000. I went ahead and ran Odyssey, and as you guys seen my previous videos, my wife hates it, so I had to do it when she wasn't home and got that done. Now, once that step was out of the way, I was finally able to enjoy the subwoofer. My room is fairly large. It's a living room, it's a dining room, and it's got vaulted ceilings, and it opens up to the kitchen. So I noticed it was lacking a little bit in the bass for my tastes. Remember, you guys, it's like a subjective thing, so whatever you guys do with your room correction and you feel like your subwoofer needs, a couple notches more, that's what I did. I bumped it up like 3 notches. And I ran my favorite test of a subwoofer. And if you guys have seen my other subwoofer videos, you know what that is. That is the beginning scene of Lord of the Rings, where they have this really awesome sine wave bass drop, just the right when they cuts the ring. Anyway, we're going to do a quick little audio demo so you guys can check that out. So put on some headphones and turn it up.
The son of the king took up his father's sword. Sauron, the enemy of the free peoples of Middle-earth, was defeated.
Now, for those of you wondering how I recorded the audio for that audio demo, I used a pair of Rode NT1000 studio condenser microphones. Those were going into a Zoom H6 where I was recording at 24-bit 96K. If you are looking for a longer demo of the subwoofer, I did go ahead and upload a companion video to this. I'll put a link in the description and probably a card up top right now. And that'll have pretty much the first 5 minutes of Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring. Again, recording with the 2 Rode microphones into the Zoom H6. Now, as far as how it actually sounds, this thing is buttery smooth. Did you hear that bass drop in the Lord of the Rings demo? That was awesome. So I paired up the subwoofer with my Klipsch setup. It is an Atmos setup, and I use 2 RP280F as my mains. And I crossed everything over at 80. I put the subwoofer to LFE, and I have the subwoofer LFE set to 120 in my Denon AVR. This worked out very well. Now, even though the subwoofer looks really cute sitting next to the big 280F tower, this subwoofer is a champ. I gotta say, it pumps out a ton of bass, and it looks like it can handle a lot more volume. In previous videos, I had recommended the subwoofer sight unseen, and now that I've lived with it for a week and experienced movies, TV shows, and music on it, I can wholeheartedly give this the Techno Dad recommendation. SVS also offers a 45-day in-home trial. What? Can you believe that? You can try this subwoofer out, and if you don't like it, you want something more, or you just don't like it, you can return it. No questions asked. That's pretty awesome. And if you decide to keep it, you've got a 5-year warranty. So if you're in the market for a subwoofer and you need something very compact, or you just kind of don't want to spend too much money on it, definitely check out SVS SB-1000. I'm just going to end this video now because I really want to go back upstairs and watch another movie. All right, so I hope you guys like this video. Go ahead, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel using the button in the middle of your screen. Once again, my name is Chana D. I'm your Techno Dad. I'll see you next time.